between the saddle and the ground.
Well, good afternoon to racing on Saturday afternoon on Channel 9. We'll be back to your favourite movie shortly, but first of all, the first leg of the Daily Double at Caulfield, the Telecom 0011 Rate Reducer Handicap.
Jump from Lucky Dapper, Verdingly out quickly. Pig's Gift away well with Darling and Premier Raja. Snippets Girl going fast along the inside, being followed closely by Neat Habiter. And last on settling down, ready to explode. Lucky Dapper on the inside is one of the leaders here with Alias Comberbash down the cider. 2 lengths away, Snippets Girl over on the inside of Premier Raj, being followed by Verdingly. And just in behind, Brave Path is going forward a bit further back in the field. Aquatic Gleam followed by Neat Habiter. And they were followed further back by Darling. And last of all, ready to explode. 600 metres to run. Alias Comberbash takes the lead about a length clear of Lucky Dapper. Pig's Gift the outside, Premier Raja. Snippets Girl over on the inside behind them, followed by Verdingly. Brave Path is further back. Aquatic Gleam, Darling, Neat Habit and ready to explode. Round the turn, 350 metres out. Alias Comberbash, the leader a half length. The Lucky Dapper over on the rails getting a runner. Premier Raja and Snippets Girl looking for a way out, is coming home pretty well. 200 metres left to go. Lucky Dapper now. Here comes Snippets Girl. Alias Comberbash deeper on the track. Premier Raja very wide. Verdingly joining in with a strong run, and right over on the outside, Darling is swapping them. Darling coming at Verdingly in the final stages. Darling's got up to score from Verdingly. Aquatic Gleam is third, then Pig's Gift and Snippets Girl. Next, Premier Raj. They're followed next home by Lucky Dapper. Neat Habit ready to explode. Brave Path is second last, and last to finish is Alias Comberbash.
Between the saddle and the ground, mercy sought is mercy found.
And the rain eases slightly at Rose Hill as Famous Nick moves in to complete the line, and they'll be on their way within seconds for the BMW Australia Handicap. Famous Nick is the last in. Starters ready now. And they're off and running, and there's a good start. Came out in a nice even line, and Red for Go showing surprising pace is going to lead them easily. Quickly into stride, Golden Step, followed by Ziffer. Settling down just off the pace, Sir Bernard. Then lay Jester, King's Dilemma, followed by Natural Wong and White Nav. And Famous Nick has dropped out last in the run to the first turn at the 1,000 mark. Golden Step took a narrow lead over Red for Go. They've slowed suddenly now. Ziffer 3 deep, and Sir Bernard is obliged to race 4 wide around that corner, followed by lay Jester, King's Dilemma. In that bunch is White Nav, and Natural Wong is widest of all as they pack up tightly, and Famous Nick is back at the tail. Only 3 lengths covers the entire field as they come down the side to the 700 mark, and wide out Sir Bernard takes a narrow lead over Ziffer and Golden Step. Coming around the corner now, King's Dilemma taking off on the extreme outside. Red for Go nearest the fence, followed by lay Jester, and then Famous Nick and Natural Wong as they turn, and they're all over the track. Heads a turn for home. Sir Bernard appears to be a narrow leader. Red for Go about 2 horses off the fence are still in the firing line, followed by King's Dilemma, lay Jester labouring, and his Famous Nick. Famous Nick coming right down the extreme outside. He looks the danger. Famous Nick appears to have taken the lead from Sir Bernard and Red for Go. Famous Nick right out in the middle. Sir Bernard is hanging on gamely, but Famous Nick is clear as they get near home over Sir Bernard, and Famous Nick is too strong. Oh, Sir Bernard lost the rider right on the line. Famous Nick beats Sir Bernard. I'm not sure if he got across the line with the rider on Sir Bernard. Red for Go will be third, followed by King's Dilemma, and then lay Jester, White Nav, Golden Step, followed by Natural Wong. Ziffer has run last, and Peter Losh immediately on his feet. Now, I'm just not sure whether that horse carried the full weight past the winning post there. That'll be a job for the judge, who'll have to have a look at the photo to make sure that horse actually crossed the line carrying the rider's weight to determine whether or not he'll be officially placed second. Okay, now a real sensation. Peter Losh, rider of Sir Bernard. The winner is on the outside here, Famous Nick in the blue blinkers. Now Losh, I don't know what happened. Maybe he broke a stirrupine, or the horse shifted suddenly sideways and Peter was airborne. Now has he... Now short of the line, isn't he? Yeah, he's short of the line. That horse can't possibly be placed second. That horse can't possibly be placed second because he didn't carry the full weight over the winning post. So you'll find the officials will have a look at the photo finish print just to clarify that situation, because there is a parallax error here, an optical illusion as far as the angle's concerned, but it appeared to me that the rider was off before he got to the winning post. He's coming off now. I wonder if the saddle shifted sideways on that horse. You probably find a loose girth. Oh, yes, he was off before the horse got to the line. So Red for Go will be second and King's Dilemma third. That's the way I see it in a sensational BMW Australia handicap at Rose Hill. As we go back to our movie.
Brass, but I made my last swim. I'm going to die. I'm going to do it my way.
Maybe we should have stayed on the foredeck. Somebody might have seen us.
Don't start telling us what we should have done.
You think we're better off here?
I think somebody could have guessed we got hit and had to abandon ship.
Between the saddle and the ground, mercy's sword is mercy found.
Coming up now is the second leg of the Daily Double from Caulfield, the Telecom Australia Eclipse Stakes. And here's our caller at the track, John Russell.
And upwards coming up, extreme outside, Royal Snack standing up well. And the Eclipse Stakes over 2,000 metres, Telecom Australia Eclipse Stakes. And they're all in, set for a start. Courchaban, the inside runner, as the starter says go, and they're off to a good start too. Courchaban, one of the first to bound out in company with Val d'Isere, and the Southern States got away quickly and started upwards on the outside and going very fast early in the pieces. Silverdale, Pellerine taking up a handy position over on the inside there of Corndale, followed by Spring Hill and Cabora second last, and Royal Snack has dropped out to last along the side, and Courchaban leads the way, taken on by Silverdale, a length and a half to Southern States on the outside of Val d'Isere. Further back in the field, caught out 3 deep as upwards there, followed closely by Spring Hill Lad and Pellerina. Spring Hill Lad got a check there, lost about a half length. Corndale is running third last, followed by Cabora, and Royal Snack was back at the tail of the field as they climbed the hill up towards the 1,300 metre point, and the leader Courchaban. He's about a length clear. In second place is Silverdale, 1 length away on the box seat Val d'Isere, half a length away Southern States, followed by Pellerine over on the inside, and they were followed closely by Spring Hill Lad and caught racing deep still as upwards, followed by Corndale dropping back to the rear, being passed there by Cabora and Royal Snack. About 8 lengths covers the field on the railway side, 1,000 to go. Courchaban by a half length to Silverdale, a length and a half Southern States on the outside of Val d'Isere. Pellerine going nicely is in behind them, upwards has never been on the track. Spring Hill Ladders in the centre, followed by Cabora, Corndale and Royal Snack past the 800. Little or no change. Now Courchaban is being tackled shortly afterwards by Silverdale, and Val d'Isere is starting to close the gap on these leaders, and Southern States is up there with them. Pellerine on the inside next, being followed by Spring Hill Lad from upwards, a length Cabora, then Corndale and Royal Snack as they come up towards the home turn. They're tightly bunched now, and Silverdale is tackling Courchaban. Southern States running on, looking for a run behind them. Pellerine and Spring Hill Ladder, and wider on the track is upwards, followed then by Val d'Isere as they straighten up at the top of the straight. 300 metres left to go now, and Southern States on the outside has hit the front. Pellerine getting through in the centre. Val d'Isere's got nowhere to go. Corndale is coming home well over on the outside. Corndale, Southern States, and now Pellerine getting through along the inside. Pellerine has hit the front with 100 metres left to go from Corndale. Pellerine in front. Pellerine a half length to Corndale. Third home is Southern States, followed by Val d'Isere. Spring Hill Ladders in behind them, and the next home Cabora, followed next by upwards. Further back is Courchaban, followed by Silverdale, and last to finish is Royal Snack.
Drink it up to
Secure that brow before somebody breaks their neck.
Stand by to cast off all lines.
Between the saddle and the ground, mercy's sword is mercy found.
Well, welcome back to Rosehill Racecourse in Sydney. It's a miserable day. The track's wet, but we won't notice it if we back winners. They're about to go. Time to go to our caller, the one and only John Tapp.
Thank you, Ken. All set. Malvern King is pitching and plunging in the stall, waiting for that horse to steady. And Century Rain on the extreme outside reared momentarily. One of the gatemen going in to give his rider some assistance, and now they're set and they're off. And bouncing right out in front of the start was Tendency. Wayer's Delight on the extreme outside is looking for the lead, followed by Malvern King, Classy Lucy, Galilei. I Like Beer prominent soon after the start. Takeshi is now drifting back. Century Rain is out very wide on settling down, followed by Pagan Kirk and Tonto McPherson, with Grand Connection going straight back to the tail of the field. Now they're using plenty of the track as they go by the mail post, and swinging to the back, Tendency with the neck arched is the leader. Wayer's Delight second, and moving to third on the outside, or between them now, is Davalora, followed by Classy Lucy. Malvern King is wide, going around the back turn. Further back, Galilei, then I Like Beer. Grand Connection improving on the inside of Takeshi, followed by Century Rain, and the last couple of Pagan Kirk and Tonto McPherson. Down the back they go at the 1300 mark, and Tendency being rated nicely as the leader. Wayer's Delight second, Davalora third, followed by Classy Lucy, and then Malvern King and Galilei, followed closely by Grand Connection, who's continuing to make ground close to the fence. Then Century Rain, I Like Beer travelling wide, followed by Takeshi and Pagan Kirk, and last Tonto McPherson. Tendency is now being pressured by Wayer's Delight on the outside at the 900 mark, with Davalora third, followed by Classy Lucy and Malvern King, who's being allowed to stride along pretty deep on the track. Grand Connection is close to the inside fence, followed by I Like Beer, Century Rain. At the head of the others, Galilei, followed by Takeshi and Pagan Kirk and Tonto McPherson. Only 7 lengths covers the field at the 600 mark, and they're all over the place. Classy Lucy are being allowed to stride up on the inside to almost join Tendency and Wayer's Delight. Malvern King is out wide as they come around the turn, followed by Century Rain, and Grand Connection is close to the inside fence and under plenty of pressure as they turn the corner. Takeshi is now getting between horses, straightening up, and Classy Lucy is drawn clear of Tendency. Takeshi on the inside of Classy Lucy is starting to run home gamely, followed by Century Rain. At the 200, Classy Lucy the leader. Takeshi on the inside looks the danger. Takeshi is coming at Classy Lucy. Pagan Kirk is charging down the outside, but Takeshi hit the lead in the shadows of the post. A good ride by De Montfort, and Takeshi has won nicely. Now Tendency got going again, might be second, just in front of Pagan Kirk, followed by Classy Lucy, and then Century Rain, Wayer's Delight, Grand Connection, followed by Tonto McPherson, I Like Beer, and the last couple of Galilei and Malvern King.
As John called them, they were all over the track, but Takeshi, TAB number 2, carrying 56.5, and if you've backed him on the New South Wales tab, $4.10 the win and $1.90 the place. Now let's pick them up. That's Classy Lucy in the red cap and the blinkers. Her jockey's just sort of riding her hands and heels now to try and get the best out of her. The going is expected today to be better out deep, but Takeshi come inside Classy Lucy, got going, and no doubt he got the prize. Now wide out in the blue and white stripes with the red cap is Pagan Kirk, and inside him in the blue and white colours is Tendency. Now it's pretty close, but from where we stand it looks like Tendency might have run second, number 7. If he has, he's paid $4.30 the place, and Pagan Kirk, wide out, TAB number 14 on the place tote, has paid $4.50. Now from this angle, that's Classy Lucy in the blue sleeves, Century Rain outside him in the orange. Now back to the inside is the winner Takeshi, and the two out very deep are Tendency and Pagan Kirk. Classy Lucy was going to hang on, but she got tired in about the last 70 or 80 metres. Takeshi, on the other hand, was just winding up. He takes the prize, and wide out, Pagan Kirk and Tendency fight out second. Well, looking at that angle, it looks like Tendency has probably just snared second, and he has, and number 14, Pagan Kirk, third. So the placings are 2, 7 and 14 in the Tooheys draft handicap, which was the second leg of the daily double here at Rose Hill. The winner, as you can see him coming back to scale there, was ridden by Mark De Montfort. Mark's discarded his goggles. There's mud everywhere. There's had a lot of heavy rain during the day here, but it made no difference to this swimmer, Takeshi from Newcastle. He took the prize. That was racing today. We'll be back next Saturday on Channel 9 with more racing.
They're heading off to a nursery, a special nursery where we have daylilies. Do you know what daylilies are?
No, I don't, Don.
Well, you will shortly. Righto, Bruce, rev her up. Well, you got your book with all the stuff in it? That's
great.
good.
It's where you